Yo, what's the deal?
What up, though? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling pretty good today, man. Feeling
Or
pretty good.
all right, these real simple. Really the goal just of kind of what the Zoom interviews are. It's just a space for really people to kind of like talk through, um, the process. What the both creatively and other aspects. And for me personally, I'm one of those people to where if I'm working on music, I like talking through it. With other
Gotcha.
people. And kind of with COVID, it's like we don't really have that.
Right.
So that's really the goal. It's just like talking through, kind of your process, how you've been in music, to sharing, things you feel about, the climate about, right now, in terms of like the creative
Hold on,
climate here and just in general. Yeah, for sure.
Keep going.
So yeah, it's really just a space for you to talk your shit. That's really all it is.
Gotcha.
But I guess I'll just kind of start off with like a general introduction of yourself, just who you are, how you got into music, specifically, rap, hip hop, and things of that sort.
Gotcha. Well, my name is Obi Ali. I hail from the west side of Detroit. Started doing music around like the 11th grade for real with my friends. I was in a collective not too long ago called ABX. So I came up with them. Used to be out in Farmington all the time. I was a kid that grew up in Detroit, but I stayed in the suburbs a lot because that's where all my friends was, and my best friend was out there. So I connected with a lot of people out there, and I grew up like a lot of family and shit. And like through that time, like we would just be out there just like cranking out songs, like through high school and like 11, like 10th to like my 12th grade year. He was like like just everywhere, Mix Factory, just working really for real. Getting my 1,000 hours in for real. And then like I went to Atlanta for a second. Ventured off and like perfecting my music sound, um, and really understanding the music business in a sense. Really understanding what I was getting myself into. That was like the time where I was like, damn, do I really want to take music serious, or like, do I think I'm prepared for it? Do I see myself in a long game, or do I see myself actually having a career? Do I even see myself as an artist? You know what I'm saying? Do I have a pocket within the what I'm saying, the game? And yeah, I proved to myself in that time. And then I produced my first album, which was called Aqua 4K, around like
Yeah.
2018. I was working on it from 2016 to 2018 for real. And then like 19, I was perfecting it and I finished and I dropped it. But like through that time, I was just collecting songs and shit like that. And that time just takes me to the most recent time to finish this album, which was like in the last year or this year. And now we have, I think they know we outside. So yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah, I think
it.
I've seen because where like my introduction to you was like you used to have like a K Tronada freestyle like on SoundCloud because like that's where most people, of course, is
Yeah.
like starting off and stuff. Oh yeah, I've been listening to people's music for a minute, but
That's crazy. That's
it's
crazy.
one of
Yeah,
those
you
things
said
where
Casey not a freestyle. I'm like,
starting off.
it's an oldie.
No, I just remember this because I used to be like, for context, because I think I got into like making music and stuff around the time of like when Kaz was like first coming up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there was just like this surplus of stuff on SoundCloud. But it's like even then you had like this very and I think some of that's still there, certainly. Like it was very earthy, very hip hop. And then it's like I think when we heard like Evian the first time, it's like, wait, this song, like, why is this bouncing like this? It was like very different. Um,
Yeah.
it was just so like I just wanted to like kind of ask about like that process, like getting to kind of that pocket that you have, whereas you know, it's trap influence. It's got like some Detroit and some other stuff influences, but kind of how you got to this space creatively, from kind of where you started.
Um, in high school, I was really influenced by a lot of hip hop. Like in high school, I did a lot of my research. Like I grew up as like a child in church, so I'm really heavy on melodies. I'm really heavy on like I'm really heavy on melody and like chords and shit. And when I was in high school, I was on like some boom bap. Like I feel like every artist start off like
Yeah.
that, like just trying to rap and just like, you know what I'm saying, trying to be New York and like Dilla and shit like that, which is cool.
No,
That's
that's yeah.
but I had moved to Atlanta and I started to understand the sound. Like I started to understand like certain shit that would hit. Like I wanted to get like when I was in high school, I was just making shit that felt good, and I was just really trying to figure it out. And then when I came back from Atlanta, I moved back to Detroit. We was just trying to create like I was talking to like I was talking to this producer called Daniel Hex. I was talking to him, and I was going in more of like a Detroit. Um, I was trying to go in like a more of a Detroit realm of things. Like I was just trying to like really find like a pocket of like an alternative Detroit nigga. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like blend the two worlds.
Yeah.
And like he sent me Evian, and I was like, bro, this shit. And it kind of like it just sounded like water. You know what I'm saying? I got this whole thing where I call myself Clearwater and
Yeah,
shit
no,
like that.
literally.
And it just sounded like water, and we just took that shit and ran with it. Like I feel like a lot of records off of Aqua 4K goes in like in line with that, like that theme of like a new alternative sound of like Detroit hip hop in my own way. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But yeah, that time was crazy. It was a very, very interesting time.
Yeah. I for sure hear it because like even in some of like in those kind of trappy pockets, sometimes it's not super loud, but it's still hitting. It's still like
Yeah.
doing that kind of piercing thing that like even like if you like Baby Smooth or stuff like that, you kind of get kind of that similar. I feel that. So like ABX in general, because I think you mentioned Dan and even too just like some others and Tim and stuff. Like how helpful has that been? Just been in your like process and just coming up.
Man, that was like some of the best years of my life, bro. Like it was like that shit was really boot camp. It wasn't boot camp, but we pressed ourselves as boot camp. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had certain standards that like we just noticed that other artists just didn't have. Like we just was cared about art more than other niggas. Like we just was like really it prepared us. Like it's crazy how those years went past those so fucking fast. But it really prepared us, bro. Like it really prepared us for real, for real. And like I'm like hella grateful for my childhood for real. Like I really am because we would be at the studio on fucking like weekends to like 6 a.m. Kids, bro. Kids, like for dead ass kids, bro. Like working on shit that never came out. But it was just like homework. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like,
it's the practice of
man. So, man,
and it's like one of those things where I feel like a lot of people. No, what was you saying?
Yeah, but I was going to say, like, we just made each other better. Like, we really made each other better. Like, we checked each other. And, like, I promise you, there's not an artist in ABX that's not cold. Like, I honestly still think, like, the people that we groomed and, like, how we groomed each other up, like, we still the best niggas in the city. Like, period. I don't think it's nobody fucking with us, period. So, like, yeah, bro, it was really, and that's like, it's just crazy how that shit went. Like the greatest childhood, I swear to God. So, yeah, bro, brothers for real.
Yeah, I feel like that's so important because so many people they look at music and they think, oh, somebody just they snatched a little beat off YouTube and just started making songs. It's like people forget how many songs it takes to make the songs you want to make. Like, you gotta put in work. Like, it might take 30, 40 songs just to get to that one song.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel that in terms of just like that practice aspect.
Man, yeah, bro. It was a lot of practice. And even like if you wasn't recording, you was paying attention. It was like a lot of ideas being thrown around.
Yeah.
Just, it was like, bro, I felt like I was in TDE or some shit. Like, it was a camp for real. Like, it was like serious. Like, it was serious, very serious. But yeah, that was cool.
Word. So I'm gonna kind of take a little. It's not a detour, but really kind of just ask like what the process for this new project was, and kind of like what you were trying to say with that project, because just the title in itself is kind of like this proclamation. So just really just kind of talking through, what that process was.
Man, so like when I got done with Aqua, I just felt like I just wanted to start new, because like all the songs off Aqua was like songs that I gathered for years. Like, I was collecting songs. I really sit on songs. I take a lot of, like, when I make a project, I take like my time. So I sit on songs for a minute to see if like. So what? Oh, that's like me here.
I was just back to my AirPods here.
No, but I really take a lot of time like listening to songs just to make sure songs don't play out or like or whatever. But like I recorded like a couple songs when I was finishing Aqua. Like I recorded like the song "Can't Feel My Face." I'm finishing Aqua. And like Trip to London, I recorded that last year. And like TSO, I recorded that in like 2018 when I lived in Atlanta. So I'm just a song collector. Like I collect songs for over years, bro. Like, cause like I don't know, shit gotta be placed right. But in that time, like I just started realizing like earlier this year was just so hectic. It was like a lot of deaths and like, man, like my granddad had passed, and then like my best friend dad had passed. That really had like impacted my life like so much. I was just like, man, like I started to realizing like, bro, life, like you just gotta live, like you just gotta really do what you want. So that gave me the inspiration of like this whole outside thing, to where like, you know what I'm saying, how I kind of base it off the COVID shit of like, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of bad, and please wear your mask. Is this gonna be like people gonna see this, right? All right,
yeah. It's gonna be on our YouTube.
All right, bet. Yeah, bro, please wear your mask, bro. I'm not trying to be like that, but like it was just like being a rebel. It was like, bro, you gotta like do what you gotta do at the end of the day. Like you can't be scared. You can't be like trying to hold back. And that's why I put like, if you listen to like the last song, I put my cousin. We were sitting there smoking one day. We was just sitting there just chilling. He was like, man, let's look at the clouds. Look at the way the sky's moving. Like everything is designed so crazy. It's a high moment, but it was like everything is designed so crazy. Life is beautiful, cuz. And I was just like, bro, like for real, like you just gotta sit here and just really live. And that was just my whole thing. Like, and I just made like a lot of songs about like the shit I was going through at the time. And yeah, and like the sounds I was working with my homie Loverboy, and which produced Came From My Face, and I feel like it's crazy chemistry. You have more tracks, but like those were like the two tracks that made it on the project for real. But man, I just really traveled a lot. I'm really big on scenery. I'm really big on places that give me inspiration. Like when I traveled to Florida, and like even like the smallest shit, like the fucking the airplane going past on Trip to London. I was literally like, my homie Darius lived next to the airport, and I was playing my album over and over again. I just heard it. I'm like, wow, go put that in there. You know what I'm saying? Or like I'm being like I'm like the skit on Star, where I'm in a car, and like I asked the person, she asked me like, yeah, I want to be a bonfire by a beach. Like these are like real life experiences. Like this is not like kind of not like staged or anything. Like it was like real life experiences and shit. So I really tried to take that shit and put it all in one project for the very first time. Like I really wanted to have like a lot of sound, not a lot of sound bites, but like just certain sound bites to make you think about some shit and like have your own explanation of it. You know what I'm saying? Or to you to have ask questions.
Or
Shit. So yeah, that's really my whole goal.
yeah, that's interesting because it's like so much of music, especially for me, like so much of music is space. Like people do arts, it's just work. But I think for um definitely the period we're in, like and seeing some of the people that have come up in the last years, like they use it so well in terms of putting textures and other stuff. I'm gonna crack a joke or just like the Morgan Freeman thing talking about snitches and rats, but it's
Yeah.
like at the same time, it's like that stuff helps. That stuff
Yeah.
really kind of brings people into that experience. So that's interesting because I didn't even know that was the reason as to why that stuff was on there.
Yeah.
That gives it definitely a lot more meaning for sure.
Yeah.
But so I guess just to the chopping it up type stuff. So like, how do you feel about the environment, like Detroit, creatively, the space it's in, and kind of where you think it's headed and stuff of that sort?
Man, I think Detroit, we make some of the best music, underground and mainstream Detroit, especially underground Detroit. Like, I think we make
Yes.
some of the best music. Like, and it's so crazy how like the medium from like underground and like it's so crazy how niggas don't show love. Like it's crazy. Like I even catch myself
Yeah.
and like and being very you know what I'm saying, on edge and like kind of competitive. But I hate that. Like I'm trying to get that shit out of my system, bro. I hate it, bro. I hate it, hate it, hate it. But that's just the place we're from. And that comes with the territory. So like
Yeah.
somebody just told me the other day, it's like it's too much people, like it's just too much people on the same shit to try to support each other, which it sucks, but like, you know what I'm saying? Pick your brother up, that goddamn it. Like, but creatively, man, it's like I've been in like the underground scene for a minute, and like it's crazy how like the sounds that we could create and nobody has heard these shits. Like it's crazy, bro. Like
Bro, yeah.
if you like
I
Free
feel it.
Association, man, shout out to Free, bro. But like 2015, 14, I don't know, like 15, 17, bro. Crazy, bro. Crazy. John Groves, bro, Zips,
Yeah.
bro, Sam Austin's, bro. Like, bro, they made some shit. Some shit. Even Cap Wolf in that time. Fucking
Yeah,
Forever
bro,
Golden in that
yes.
time. Like, bro, nobody heard this shit. Even us at that time, like, we had a sound. The underground scene was crazy. So, like, I really be wanna, and shout out to Kaz and shit, cause man, High Tide, The Void, that project is crazy. So like,
I still listen to it to this day.
man, I was just dancing to fucking High Tide the other day, bro. but like, bro,
Bro.
like it's crazy how like people don't hear this shit, bro. Like it's so crazy. Even shout out to my nigga Blanco, OMM, bro. Like he dropped a project this year called
Bro, yeah,
This Isn't the Album, bro. Crazy, he like crazy, like
yeah, I'm hit.
fucking crazy. Shout out to my nigga Tim, bro. Like,
It's crazy too.
man, like I just don't
Bro.
like.
And it's like, and it's one of those things where you forever finding sounds. Like, I think two of the projects that's real interesting to me, and this is like the past 2 years, is one, it was this Armin project, the Beauty and
Armand?
Destruction,
Oh yeah,
which
Armand, my
to be
guy.
honest is a
Bro, you
pop.
know what's so
Yeah,
funny? I was just about to shout
yeah.
my nigga out, bro. Yes, Armand, yeah. And I heard the album
Bro,
before that shit
that
came out.
album is crazy.
Crazy, crazy. And that track
Because
with
I was listening, I think I got around to it like a couple weeks ago, and it's like this is a full-fledged pop album. But like what he's doing vocally was crazy. I think Lex Lander has was crazy. Like there's stuff that you find. I think you even name dropped Loverboy. I mean Loverboy I was kind of hip to, but I think I did it with him last summer. at Detroit is the New Black, and it's like I'm seeing this dude, and he doing full blown, blues, garage rock, all this stuff, funk, and it's just so interesting how many sounds,
man,
bro. Yes,
man,
Detroit got so many sounds.
And that nigga knew
the assumption is like, oh, there's Detroit rap.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Bro,
I need it.
His new album's crazy.
I need it, man.
But yeah, bro.
Yeah, I've been rocking with Lonely for sure. That shit is sweet.
Yeah,
but,
Lonely is crazy, bro.
Yeah, no,
What you about to say?
But yeah, I was just saying, like, my only hope for sure is just like that those sounds get out there, because it's so often you just link with people and they show you what's on their computer and it's like something wild. So certainly I think we're in a good place in terms of like creativity. It's just like finding the channels and infrastructure for a lot. Now it's coming up. Like we were in like this is the Alton Bleeding Hearts Club tape, whatever. We were doing shows with like white kids, like punk bands and all this other stuff. And one thing we always talk about is like, yeah, that was a cool environment, but why is it that the white punk bands are only bands that got infrastructure outside of it? Or have left that space and been able to, like, oh, we got this European record deal, we got this, and that's no shade. I mean, those people, they're good acts and things of that sort, but I just always have that fear is like, what's here for Black people? I think some of the residencies and stuff for sure help now, but that's the one thing like that's on my heart always. It's like we gotta have those spaces for Black people for sure to get their stuff out there.
I feel like we do have those spaces. It's about niggas coming out too. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah, no facts.
It's really about niggas coming out, bro, because there's been so many dope events and it's just niggas just be niggas, which is cool, but it's like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because it's so easy.
We take this shit to the white kid, and then we take this shit to the white kids, and then it's like, oh, this nigga is a fucking, I don't know, he's a cop out. Like, he only, you know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Nigga, I tried to do it for y'all, but y'all wasn't fucking with the kids. So it's like, hey, I don't, man. I love everybody though. Like, I'm really for my people.
No, I feel that though.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where I think like when you value something, then that thing, it has that weight, it has that, and it just takes people valuing it. There's so much stuff, out there, but just gotta value,
Hell yeah. Because it's been some shit here, man.
Word.
For sure.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go into just a few bonus questions, just to finish out. The first of which is, what are some influences? And then the second of which is like what you've been listening to. I always like asking people that, just like what you're listening to at the moment, and stuff. That's sort of like what you watching. Like, is there other stuff that like kind of enters your music, be it TV, et cetera, et cetera. I just want to put those out there.
What are my influences? Man, I have a lot. I'm really influenced by Q-Tip, Wale, Pharrell, Drake, Tyler, and then like my influences where that comes off like the top of my head, but like what I'm really be trying to get to is like if you heard of a person named Gwen Bunn.
She R&B. I've heard like one or two songs and they're really hard.
It's like my favorite artist of all time.
Where
Devin Morrison, another.
It's crazy. Devin make like legit neo soul.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's actually who I am, bro. Like I know niggas like me on my rap shit, bro. I say this shit all the time. I know niggas like me on my rap shit. And that's because niggas ain't really heard nothing like that before. Like niggas ain't never heard a nigga rap like me before. And I understand like it's not even me being cocky. Like I dead ass understand that nobody sounds like me. Yeah. So when I don't abuse that power, is people be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? But I'm like, bro, I don't be feeling that shit all the time. Like, I don't be feeling like talking shit or like actually rapping. I really love neo soul. I really like to sing, like, oh, some shit, like, so
I feel it.
It's so funny. But yeah, that's why I really listen to it. But like I listen like my influences like lately, like A Marie. Like you ever heard like
Wow. Okay.
man, like A Marie, like bro, she
Bro,
had
yeah.
crazy run. Like that's really one of my favorite artists for real, bro. A Marie.
Yeah.
Uh,
For me, it's that first album of All I Have, you know, those on there.
you know,
That's
some,
just crazy. That
you don't want to get
man.
me fucking started on A Marie because I'm gonna say some shit niggas ain't gonna fuck with. But man, A Marie is a real big influence. Jay Dilla lately, I've been listening to a lot of Slum. Like before I moved out
Word.
to Cali, I was listening to a lot of niggas
Word.
like and trying to like really understand it. Like I got it. I went to DSA, so like they used to have Dilla night and shit like that. But I really wasn't hip for real. But I
Word.
just really just did my like research and like I just realized how what makes him different for real. Like dead ass. Oh, Bodie
Yeah.
James. I've been listening to a lot of Bodie. Uh
Yeah, I feel it.
that nigga is crazy. You gotta listen to this album called Manger and McNichols, man. It's only on Bandcamp.
Word.
Man, I tell you, mother man.
Word. See, I'm not even have. I only heard the big release. Word.
Said that's what I'm saying, bro. This nigga, bro, he's literally my favorite artist of Detroit, bro. Like, I don't think
I feel it. Yeah.
because you gotta understand, he's like a canvas that like producers paint around. Like they have fun with this nigga. They make this nigga beats and he just
Bro,
act
yeah.
cool and they just dissect that shit and do what they want to that shit. So like on Manager and McNichols, it was like a project that was like it was like a 10-year process. And it's literally about Detroit. It's like a Detroit good
Man.
kid. It's like a Detroit fucking To Pimp a Butterfly or some shit. It's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so interesting too that sound is even like him like that Griselda sound and stuff is like even here like there's just so many sounds. But
Yeah.
yeah, my body's sweet for sure. I'm gonna check that out for sure.
I'm so proud of that nigga Buddy, bro. I don't know that nigga, but like once I meet that nigga, bro, I'm gonna be like, bro, I'm really tapped in with you for real. I wasn't fucking my cousin was trying to get me hip to Bodie like when I had
Yeah,
high school and I wasn't fucking with it. Cause I just wasn't trying to hear that at that time. But then I grew up and I like the Versace tape and then like
yeah,
he did with Alchemist and I just was like, bro, this nigga is fucking crazy. Like, man, I be stressed out sometimes.
yeah.
Bro, this nigga just man. But that nigga's crazy. And I think you asked me, what am I watching? Uh, man, I swear to God, lately I've been watching 101. That bitch on Netflix. I've been watching 101 like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm hip.
Yeah, I've been watching 101 like a motherfucker. But I'm a power head, bro. I love power. I love power. Like
Word.
I watch that. I can watch that every day. Bro, re-rock episodes like a motherfucker, word for word. Like
Uh,
I be saying, but sometimes I be like, damn, I ain't even miss. I missed that. Like, yeah, I watch Power like a motherfucker. So I think that's all the questions you asked and shit. But yeah,
word. Word. That's funny. But yeah, no, really, just thank you, man. I just wanted to, just chop it up. Just about kind of um music, all that stuff, and
hell yeah.
to close, if you have any like last remarks or stuff you want people to know, stuff that's coming, anything of that sort,
Hey man,
just throw that out there as well as your socials.
hey man, go get that. I think they know we outside right now. It's your boy Obi Ali. Follow me on the gram at OBIALIXX. Also on Twitter, man. Tap in. Blessings, man. Appreciate you, man. We locked in.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
Word, much love, dog.
Much love,
All
man.
right, man, you be easy.
Man, you too, man. Peace. Peace and love.
All right, peace.